Testing, testing. Yeah? Great.
Test the mic.
Yeah, but the lectern, right? Oh, I thought they were using the lectern.
It's whatever you want.
Is the lectern? Oh, there you go. The reverb from that. All right, with that, let's begin. Hi, everyone. Good morning, and welcome to the 11th edition of Cloud Native Rejekts. I would wait till the end, but we can vote and clap now. It's so nice to see so many of you here, so many of you I'm still getting to know, so many of you I don't know, so many of you I do know, so bear with me. And yeah, and I'm Benazir, by the way. I'm Benazir Khan. I'm a community program manager here at Microsoft. I've been running a few of these Rejekts events, and it's so happy. I'm so happy to kind of see the overwhelming response to it each time. We're almost not able to deal with how good it is in a great way. And yeah, so I'm so happy to be welcoming you today. I'm joined with an esteemed colleague, with Ralph Squillace, and Ralph will talk to us more about his experiences of being in the program committee this time, and also kind of the schedule at large, some of the content we've seen. I do want to say that we received over 200 proposals this time. I didn't want to have like a spectacular graph or anything shown. I've tried that before, and I'm like, I think there are many people with a lot of stats here today, so I'll just keep it to that and say that it's great that so many folks actually think of Rejekts as this great venue and this great platform where they can submit their rejected proposals from KubeCon, sometimes even brand new ones, I've been told by the program committee. So just goes on to show its importance, and we hope to keep that growing and that momentum going. And yeah, just want to say that there's a couple of rules I'd like to share here with you. One of them is, of course, please collect your badges. Meet the registration folks. They're volunteers from our community, so it's nice to say hi to them. They're friendly faces. And they'll help you get your swag and your badges should have this QR code, which will take you straight to the conference schedule. Please consult the schedule at all times to see what's on. And yeah, speaking of the program committee, big thanks to Natalie, Laurie, Joseph, Mario, Carlos, and Ralph. Ralph, take it away with what you thought about some of the talks.
Let's see if my voice holds out. I was in Barcelona doing a WebAssembly conference before this, so I'm a little gravelly because there's lots of fun things to talk about. But right here, I just want to say that the bulk of all the work is done by everybody else on the program committee. And so I want to thank them because they, of course, spent their time volunteering to go through all those 200 applications. Many of them also did the CFPs for various areas in CNCF and the KubeCon thing. So we're talking about hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of applications per person. And they try their very, very best to deliver the geekiest crap they can possibly find for everybody here. Because that's the fun part of the stuff, that people like you will come on the weekend, on the Sunday or the Monday before the conference, to really dig into some subjects. And for example, there are some AI talks. I don't know if anybody noticed, not that many. That's great because then the ones that are here you can think about like in a reasonable way.
Yeah.
But there's a whole bunch. There's a whole bunch of talks that are about pushing the edges of the envelope in and around Kubernetes, containers, and other kinds of processes, specifically in the Linux world by and large. There's edge talks, which are really, really going to be important because the network can go everywhere, and public cloud is a known entity. Most chips are off of public cloud. Most computing as we roll forward will not be in, and is not now in public cloud. So this is critically important area. Another one is getting the gearing of Kubernetes to run faster, to not be just the kind of lazy data center style reactions that we're now very confident that they work. We now need to press those kinds of gears faster and faster. And so there's a whole bunch of talks that do that as well. And I just can't be happier and more interested. I'm really happy you're all here, but those people did all the work. One last question. Are all of you, how many people are kind of more or less local to the UK? Not nearly as many. I mean, it's a bunch of people came here because they had the opportunity, right? Fantastic. I think that's great. Oh, and one other thing. The sponsors that do this work, we represent Microsoft. That's great. I'm glad we're still supporting all this kind of stuff. You can never take that for granted. However, I want to call out Suse also for constantly supporting Cloud Native Rejekts, right? When a big company that is not the main sponsor continues to support financially these kinds of gatherings about geeky engineering specific stuff, it says something about the quality of the company. And so I want to actually call out Suse and thank them very much, along with the other sponsors. That's what I got to say.
Yeah, lovely. That was a cool segue. So yes, big thank you to our sponsors. We really couldn't have managed to do this without you. You're seeing the venue. It's wonderful and plush and posh. So yeah, I was just sharing with a few colleagues earlier that there was a running joke with the venue, which is that I kind of had to keep intimating them that this is not the crowd that will dress up. So if there's a dress code you want in place, just be aware of that. And yeah, but you're very welcome to. As you can see, it's not obligatory, but if you want to dress up, I've had a few folks reach out to me and go like, what if I do want to come up in a tux? And if that's what you want to do, you're very free to do that. And as you can see, it's very befitting for the venue anyway. Yeah, I'd like to thank Microsoft. Of course, we're from Microsoft and everything, and Ralph's touched upon the importance of doing events like this, but also, for Microsoft to go ahead and, make sure all tickets are free for everyone, that it's free to attend for all. We also have some tables. Tracy's here. Tracy's from the Microsoft research team. She'll be sitting at the Microsoft table, and she'll be conducting some fun surveys for you. So feel free to go and chat with her at any time. And of course, we also have tables with SUSE, CNCF, and Isovalent. Thanks to them too for sponsoring. And I'd really like to emphasize that, we don't really have booths, and we keep it very casual and make sure that sponsors still have some visibility, and because they've actually helped us get through all of this and get all of this in place, do spend some time with them, talk to them about their projects and their plans in the CNCF landscape. And yes, thanks to our other sponsors too, to Dagger, for consistently coming on board for the last event or two, and to Cube simplifying the new stack as well. Make sure you find the sponsors also strolling around from time to time, so you can chat with them about anything topical and of interest to you. I'll go on to the spaces that we have here, which is, you're here at the Nash, which is the main room. This is the main track. We're all basically, the entire event venue is this floor. We're here at the Nash. This is where all the plenary sessions will happen. This is where the lightning talks at the end of day 2, which is tomorrow, will also take place. We have the Waterloo, which is the other track, where you can also, attend other talks. Check the conference schedule for what's on. I oftentimes find people who are confused between one room and the other, so the conference schedule should be a good guide for that, and there's enough signage placed around. But if there are any questions, please ask registration or one of us. There's also the common areas that are St. James 1 and St. James 2, like I pointed out earlier, with the sponsor tables also being there. Feel free to also work in one of those rooms while getting your coffee and tea and everything. I'm afraid we don't have too many chairs around, but I think it should suffice. Please be respectful of the CNCF Code of Conduct. And I'll quickly end with this lovely photo that we took just early this morning. Everyone here, these are the lovely volunteers that actually came here at 7 a.m. to help out with the setup, because the venue was shut yesterday. So big kudos and big thanks to them, because as you can imagine, this is all a community effort, and yeah. We do look like a happy bunch, don't we? Yeah. Oh my God, okay, there's also like horns on Ima there. Okay, yeah, but yeah, feel free to chat with any of us folks here. I don't think everyone's pictured here, but of course there's a ton of folks who came together to help us get this conference through. All right, then I'll leave it to you, Orlin, to take this further, and we can start. Yep.